Yo, I think the NBA is done. I think the NBA, the National Basketball League, National Basketball Association, I should say. I think that league is done. Bro, you can't tell me, you can't argue with me, bro. Like the ratings are in the dump. They're in the toilet bowl. And now you got this clueless what is he? Adam Silver. What's his position? The GM, the general manager, whatever his position. That dude is terrible. That dude, the commissioner, that's what he is. This dude is beyond terrible. He came out and he said, "I like 10-minute quarters." Since when? Since when? Under your watch, the ratings have been an absolute dog doo doo water. It's been just absolutely just a laughing stock. Load management has been higher. Like it's almost you're almost at a point where you're gonna be flipping the coin as an NBA fan. You don't even have fans of teams anymore. You just have fans of players at this point in society. So you got the load management that's ruined the game. You got players that are barely able to play 60 games in a season when it's an 82 game season. You got them complaining about back to back games. Um, you got an 82 game season, and then players can only manage to muster up 60 games in the season. And I know I'm not the most athletic or anything like that, but for these dudes to be at a peak level and be absolutely athletic and not be able to play an 82 game season is ridiculous. I mean, you play inside of an arena, bro. You play in weather controlled climate, bro. Like the weather is a non-factor. You don't drive to the arenas. You don't do none of that. Players demand their way from one team to another. Kevin Durant, James Harden, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. It's a player run league. It's a Russell Westbrook. How many jerseys, how many teams has this guy played for, you know? So you got the load management, you got players that are unloyal to fan bases or the teams themselves. You got load management, unloyalty. You got a long season, supposedly, and now you're shrinking down the too many threes. You got a bunch of flopping. Now you're shrinking the quarters down to 10 minutes as if that's going to make a difference, bro. All that's going to do is encourage people to throw up more threes. The game is just not it no more, bro. The game is just not it. If you want something that's going to actually work, Adam Silver, not that you're ever going to watch this video because why would you? You know, you're a multi-billionaire who could care less about what the average person thinks about in society. The thing that I would do if I were you, Adam Silver, knock off the 82 game season, knock off that 7 game format in the playoffs, and I'll start with the playoffs. Go back to the originality, bro. Go back to the best of 3. I want to say it was the best of 5, actually. Best of 5. First to 3 wins the series. And then just keep it that way. Even in the NBA Finals, best of 7, Game 7. That's what everybody always used to say. That's the best 2 words in sports, right? Game 7, keep that. But every single other round in the playoffs, make it a best of 5, first to 3 wins, and that's it, bro. Move on. Too many games, bro. Too many games. And then this whole entire, what's that one thing called? When, I don't even know what it's called, but they expanded the NBA playoffs for like the lower tier teams to give more teams an opportunity to play in the play. For what? So that means you could just half-ass make it into the playoffs and then get blown out in the playoffs. I'm pretty sure there's been a team that shocked the world here and there, but it's terrible. It's garbage, bro. You can literally, if you're on the East in like the Atlanta Hawks, I don't know what their record is. I'm just thinking Orlando Magic, some team that's always been bad. You could literally get in the playoffs with 30 wins if you really, really, really tried hard enough. And all these teams were really, really bad, which they have been within the last 10 years. When the ratings have all dropped off, you can literally make it into the playoffs with 35 wins, I want to say, bro. It's terrible. Knock all that crap off. Go back to what it was in the 90s, bro. Go back to that era. I'm not saying change the game completely and go backwards all the way to the 90s. You know, you're going to have to mix it up a little bit, but just do what they were doing. Ratings were high. Get back to hand checking, you know, make it a fun game again, bro. Because I'm telling you what, This whole entire chuck a three every chance you get, just throw the ball around until somebody lands the ball wide open for a three. That's just not it, bro. That's just not it. Your eyes are just basically, you're just, the paint doesn't exist anymore. The paint doesn't exist anymore. Like when I'm watching a basketball game, whenever I'm like that bored and I'm watching, I only watch like maybe about a half, and then I just cut it off. I just turn the TV off completely, and then I just go right to sleep because I can't do it. But it's literally the arch. You just sit there and you just watch. It's basically like a game of ping pong, bro. It's just like one of these guys is going to get open, just keep throwing the ball, and then somebody goes in the paint, throws it back out. It's boring, bro. It's super boring. You chuck up a three, people make threes here and there, and then it's just like, but it's more breaks than anything. That's got to go. Load management, that's got to get fixed. So in order to fix all of that, drop the NBA season total games from 82 all the way down to 60. Since you're requiring players to only play 60 games, 65 games, drop the season down to 60 games a season, bro. Since these players don't want to play back-to-back seasons, and then you could even expand the season a little bit longer. You can only play like 2 games. You might as well make it a weekend league then at this point, because players don't want to play back-to-back, or they don't want to play too many games. You might as well do what you got to do. Give teams a Monday and Thursday schedule, and that's it. The rest of the week they have off, bro, because it's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic to be witnessing all these millionaires that, you know, all they got to do is just be real athletic and make it into the pros, and that's it, bro. It's discouraging. Remembering what the game was with Kobe Bryant, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, you know, I'll even say Alonzo Mourning, Reggie Miller, Michael Jordan, you know, I would even say Anthony Mason. I would say Anthony Mason. You know, that New York Knicks team, all of them, bro. Like, I'm getting off topic. I'm just disappointed because I remember as a kid, I used to sit there and absolutely love watching basketball. I used to sit there and be like, the Knicks are playing the Miami Heat. The Knicks are playing the Miami Heat. You know, the Charlotte Hornets are playing the Orlando Magic, you know, in the playoffs. And then the Indiana Pacers versus the Bulls. Like, it was like matchup after matchup after matchup. Now you don't get that. Now you're just like, we all know who's going to win that one. Skip. Don't nobody care no more, bro. Don't nobody care. These people in the media on TV, they'll be like, oh my God, who do you got in this game? They'll try and talk about it like it's important, but it's really not important. It's really not important. But yeah, I think that the NBA, in order for the NBA to get back to success, they have to, man, they could drop. It's not going to work, Silver. It's not going to work, Adam Silver. Dropping the league quarters, every quarter down to 10 minutes. And then the All-Star game too, bro. Like the All-Star game, I don't even know. It may correct me if I'm wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because this is how much I'm keeping up with it, because it's just disgusting to just watch what's happened to a sport that I once really truly loved. And for the All-Star game, something, I don't know what you got to do, but there's like a 3-team battle, and each team has 7 players. And then you advance when you beat the other 7-player team to play another 7-player team for what? And then the All-Star game, first to like 300 points win, so there's no defense. The slam dunk contest, an absolute joke. One thing that would work for the slam dunk contest and the 3-point contest, 1 year make it a 3-point contest. Then the next year, the slam dunk contest. Then the next year's 3-point contest. And then just get rid of the celebrity game, bro. Like, the celebrity game is trash as hell, because you got guys out here that don't even, I mean, that's just the way I feel, bro. That's just the way that I feel. Just do that, switch it up, drop the league down to 60 games, drop the season total down to 60 games. I've been saying it even when the league was at an all-time high in ratings, when Kobe and the Lakers were with Pau Gasol and the Lakers were taking on Chris Paul over there with the New Orleans Hornets. Back then, I was like, man, we got to sit here and watch the Lakers versus the Clippers again. We got to sit, and this was back when the Clippers were horrible, bro, like terrible. I was like, dude, who wants to watch the Atlanta Hawks versus like the New York Knicks? And this is when those teams were terrible. I was like, why do we got to sit through like a 4-game series? That's what you got to do. You got to eliminate the longevity of these useless games, these in-season series, bro. It makes no sense. Just cut that crap out. Like, make the Lakers versus the Clippers two game back and forth throughout the season, and then like that you shrink the games down. Load management goes out the window, and if you want to drop the quarter length down to 10 minutes, fine, but get rid of the 3-pointers, bro. Make it more of a fundamental game. Get back to the X's and O, bro. Get back to playing defense. Get back to going down in the paint, dunking on somebody, bro. Overpowering, juking somebody, doing that, you dunking over somebody's head, like that type of stuff. I'm tired of watching the 3-point ball, bro. It's just embarrassing, bro. It's horrible. Bring back the 90s and 2000s NBA, man. I'm sick of the NBA today.